Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I want to share with you just some of my thoughts about the Cartier Love Bracelet. So this is the bracelet that I have, and I got this about a few months ago, and I bought it actually pre-loved from a reseller in Singapore. So I have been wearing it a lot after, I think I spoke about it after my reveal video. I was telling you guys about my difficulty in wearing it because it moves up and down, and when I do gym I kind of like feel there's a lot of impact when it hits my my Fitbit and my other bracelet. This is my nomination bracelet, and a lot of you told me to get a sweatband. So I found the perfect sweatband from Nike. First I got Under Armour, and then Under Armour was still a little bit too big. Then I found Nike in this really small size, and it is snug. So ever since then I have been wearing my love bracelet to the gym and everything, and since then I have some opinions about it. So I want to share that with you. If you guys are thinking about getting this but not really sure or concerned about a few things, let me just share that with you, and hopefully it will help you make a decision as well. Two things that I really love about it. I love how it looks on my hand. This is my nomination bracelet, which I never take off. If you follow me for a while, this is the bracelet that my good friends in Australia, I was studying there, and this is my 21st birthday present. So I'm 36 this year, and this thing has not left my arm for that long. It is something that I truly treasure, as my initials on it, and over the years I've added a few items. So it goes quite well with my bracelet because it needs to, I don't know, it just needs to go with this bracelet. Everything needs to go with this bracelet. So that is how it looks like together. And I love how it looks. Of course, when I wear my Fitbit, it doesn't look so nice, but you know, you gotta have your Fitbit. So yeah, I love how it looks, and I love the weightiness of it. It feels substantial. It doesn't feel like some kind of dinky, cheap bracelet. It feels weighty, and yeah, I just like the feeling of it on my arm. I like the way it falls this way and also just down to my wrist. Yeah, so that's just what it is. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels on my arm, and I guess that's good enough for why I like it. More interesting part is the cons. Okay, so this thing scratches up like nobody's business. So I bought it pre-loved, and when it was already purchased, it had some very light scratches, but the girl that used it, I think she hardly wore it, or I don't know, she probably hardly used it, or she had too many and then she just didn't use it. So it really looked almost new. I would say in excellent condition. Not pristine because it is secondhand and there were scratches. Excellent condition. But now that I've used it so much, it bangs with my other bracelet, bang, 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 with my Fitbit, and just I can see it's scratched quite a bit, and maybe there are some really light dents. I do combat, so before I got my wristband, this thing was going pop, 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 pop. So I do have some very light, well, not dents, but you can feel like it's not super smooth. That's the thing, okay? I could not bring myself to buy a brand new one from the store because it is true, this thing scratches up like tofu, okay? You touch it on the floor, it's like everything gives it, any surface that touches it will scratch it up. So just be careful if you wear diamonds and all. I think that will give it a really bad scratch. But for example, like I'm on the computer and this thing goes, you know, clink 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 on the table, and also I am aware of it and it bugs me, but now I'm just like, you know, forget it. You know, there's no way you can protect this from scratches. Seriously, no freaking way. The only way you can wear a sweatband if you're doing work to reduce the scratches, but over the years it's a scratch magnet, okay? The thing is, because I wear two bracelets, and this is actually in the size 16, and I would think that my nomination bracelet, if I were to measure it, this could be like maybe a 15, right? If compared to a love bracelet. So there are times my love bracelet will climb over, I'll put a picture you can see, it will climb over my nomination bracelet. So my nomination bracelet will get scratched on the top, which is okay, I don't really care. But at the bottom of my love bracelet, it will get scratched as well. This doesn't really bother me, but I just wanted to share that with you because if you wear other bracelets on your hand and they are a size smaller than your love bracelet, that will happen. Your love bracelet will crawl over it or move up and down of it, so it will scratch. So it works the other way. If you got a bracelet that is bigger, they will go up and down. So that is another potential scratch magnet thingies. You know what I mean? It will cause your love bracelet to get scratches, either on the bottom or at the top. So if you want to wear this bracelet, either you wear it alone or get other bracelets that are exactly the same size. The other thing is, you guys know I travel a lot, right? So I go between Malaysia and Singapore, and I live in Singapore most of the time, but I would travel back to Malaysia. Let me tell you, customs is a problem in Malaysia. In Singapore, it's 50-50. Sometimes, depending on which terminal I go, when I go through the scan, right, sometimes it doesn't beep. So this thing, sometimes I go through without a problem, no sound. But ever since I wore this, every time I go through the Malaysia security check, it beeps. So I'm pretty sure it is the bracelet, and so far they have never asked me to take it off. Just because it is a screw, none of them have asked me to take it off. Like, ever since sometimes it beeps and I have nothing and they think it's this nomination bracelet, but I'll say, no, it's nothing, it's not this bracelet. And they never asked me to take it off. And you know, being women, we have so many earrings and rings and all. They don't actually ask you to take off your jewelry. They do ask you to take off bigger metal pieces like watch, belt, even your shoes. They have metal plating. So those are the big items that every time I will always take off. I will always take off my shoes, take off my watch. I don't usually wear a belt. So when I take these things off, and even though I go through the metal detector, oh god, it will beep, and I'll just like put up my hands and just touch, and that's it. They don't ask me to take any of my jewelry off. So I don't actually have an issue with that. It's just that I have to remember to take off the bigger items. So normally I don't take off my shoes, but now I do, just to show them that I actually have nothing except jewelry, and yeah, they're fine with it. So that's in Malaysia. In Singapore, when it beeps, and not all the time, when it beeps, I'll just do a scan. So that is something to be mindful of. If you don't like people to touch you, then this is a bracelet that will be a problem. I feel like some metal detectors are super sensitive and you know, it's not 100% gold, right? It is a mixed gold, so it will trigger the metal detector. Not all the time, but in Malaysia I noticed it is super sensitive, especially KLIA2. KLIA1, not really. KLIA1 is like up and down, sometimes not, so it's a bit wonky. Yeah, that's something if you're thinking of, don't worry. So far, customs have never asked me to unscrew it, and they've never asked me. They just take that, you know, the physical one and just check, and I'm like beep beep beep, and it's fine, no issue. It's a pre-loved item, and this bracelet is the old design whereby the screws come off entirely, unlike the new one where the screws are kind of like stuck on the bracelet, so you'll never lose the screws. So I do check the screws every week or maybe every 2 weeks, and in the 2-week period I have found that the screws do come a little bit loose. It's like maybe a quarter turn, so it's not something to be worried about. It will not turn entirely, but after 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks is maximum, I do have to tighten it a little bit. So that's the main, I guess, concern. I think a lot of people have whether the screws loosen, and my screws do get loose a little bit, and I don't know if it's because this is a pre-loved model that, you know, maybe it's just a little older and the screws you need to tighten. I don't know if the new models are more tight and therefore they'll never get loose, or maybe they get loose after a month. So for me, I know that every week I try to check it. If I forget, I'm like, oh, I didn't check it last week, so I'll check it this week. And yeah, they've never dropped off entirely, but I do notice that they do lose, get a little loose after about 2 weeks. So anyway, I hope those points do help you if you're thinking about this bracelet. You know, if you have it, brand new. You just, you know, don't be so worried about the scratches. Accept it, love the scratches, just enjoy the bracelet. I love it. Now, if I had a chance to buy this again, I think I would have bought it in the size 15. My wrist is really tiny, scrawny, so I can actually turn the whole bracelet around, and I don't know if, yeah, see, you can see it, it's like my wrist is really small, so maybe I would have purchased it in a 15, but pre-loved they don't have 15, which is fine. I mean, this is an okay size for me as well. Would I get it in the white gold? I don't know, because I have my nomination bracelet, so that's something that I always think about first. But I am, of course, looking into getting the just include. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. The JUC. And yeah, that will be something I will look forward to next year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got any more questions about this bracelet, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, you guys take care and I will see you then. Bye.